I don't care. She needs to grow up and let him play his game.
Feed the meat in a geriatric sandwich.
Peter nurse, so he's P nurse. And then he was Arthur, so he was A nurse.
Let me suck you off. I've got a pretty bonnet.
Big one and bucket in the same sentence. How dare you? I had C-sections.
Give me a rosé, bitch.
So...
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abby Clancy.
And me, Peter Crouch.
And we've got the gorgeous Amanda Holden and the gorgeous Alan Carr.
Oh, thanks for saying I'm gorgeous.
You are. It's not often that happens, is it, Alan?
Thanks for bringing that up.
He gets funny, down to earth.
What's a
comedy legend.
Peculiar looking, I get that. I got unfortunate looking once in an interview.
Oh.
So how can you be unfortunate looking?
It was just a small pause there.
We're all just
we'll take that out in the edit.
But you get that,
How
Pete.
can't you be
I had
unfortunate?
that, yeah.
He gets that a lot.
I got put in an ugly 11 once when I was playing.
You got put in an ugly 11?
I got put in an ugly 11, yeah. When I
They
was,
wouldn't be allowed
when
to
I
do
was
that
playing.
nowadays.
No, they, yeah.
Who else was there? Was there like proper like ugly people?
It wasn't a great list, yeah. It
else?
wasn't the company that I would have liked to have kept, but...
Like more ugly footballers?
well, there was quite a few.
Like her?
Vote for me, people, please.
Don't want to name them. We've all blossomed now.
I was just telling Amanda earlier that someone left a comment on our, some child obviously, left a comment on our TikTok saying, who are those two old people? They're hilarious. Talking about me and Pete.
Wow.
And it's actually traumatised me.
Well, can you imagine now if they're watching this? It would be like your grandparents.
Shut up.
It's terrible. Isn't it terrible?
You don't really realise you're getting old. That's the thing.
No.
I put this cap on and this jacket to go to the newsagents, and I had it down a bit hard. I went, I hope the man doesn't think I'm like a shoplifting school child. I'm 47. I mean, I just worried that I was going to look like a shoplifter, but no.
It is weird though, because when we fly, me and Alan just fly together everywhere when we do our show, and we sometimes they sort of escort us and do all the posh stuff, but 9 times out of 10 we just fly. He takes his glasses off, no one knows who you are.
Oh, really?
And he puts a baseball cap on. Not a single person. They think he's like
God,
my
they are-
carer
they
or
are
something.
Hello,
like
can
that.
I have a rosé,
Yeah.
please?
Till he does that,
Then they know.
everyone just thinks he's there to assist me.
I'm like, give me a rosé, bitch.
So obviously you're not together, right? But
What?
But no, I mean, you know,
Well, after a couple of
romantically.
drinks, he
Well,
does
I
get a
did
bit-
try to get
Neither
off with
of
her.
we did.
I did try to get off with her.
He does gyrate a lot on the dance floor after a
Okay.
couple of rosés.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I'm like, Alan, down.
Down, boy.
Yeah.
Honestly, a bottle of rosé every hole's a
And
goal.
it turns him straight.
Right.
That's a football analogy, isn't it? My dad would be pleased
Well
when he's
done,
listening
back
to
of
me.
the
And
vet.
also about me after Fanny.
He'll be thrilled. isn't he?
I just, you know what? I've got to 47 and I haven't had much, if any, experience with women. But I thought, you know, it's on my bucket list.
I am on your bucket list.
You're on my bucket list. You like the big one at Blackpool. I want to try it
I
before
don't like
I die.
that you just said big one and bucket in the same sentence.
Big,
How
big
dare
and
you? I had
bucket.
C-sections.
Oh my God.
Pete said he would rather be married to his, I was going to say gay best friend then. Glenn's not gay. To his best friend over me because they've got more in common. They like to play golf.
Yeah.
Glenn wouldn't nag him. If he forgot his birthday, he'd be like, it's all right, mate.
Yeah,
Get me a card
yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
So do you find, you know, working together, you two, you don't argue like...
We don't really argue.
We get on so well.
We
Genuinely.
do. Yeah. And we say, when my husband's dead, I'll probably move in with you, won't I?
Yeah.
I
Right.
love my husband, but
Then I
think,
can get off with her all I want. Ha ha.
But I feel like we've reserved our places, haven't we, in the carer?
Yes.
In Brinsworth House.
Yeah.
We'll have 2 rooms next to each other.
Yeah.
Brinsworth House is like a showbiz old people's home. And it's got
Maybe
a bar.
I should put my mum there.
It's got a bar. It's got a nail salon.
Well, that sounds okay.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's definitely the place.
Where did it all start for you two? Like, where did you meet?
What story are we going to go with?
Well,
The
there's a
real one?
There's a politically incorrect song, which we're not going to do
tell
because
you
we
what,
don't want to
then.
get cancelled. But then we got put together to give an award out, and that's when we bonded. And then
Yeah.
And then, we got offered to do things together, and DNA journey was probably when
we did lots of dinners and drinks and that kind of thing over the years, and then DNA journeys, the Ant and Dec, you know, that brilliant.
Is that when?
Ab really
is
wants
that when
to
they
do
were
that.
disappointed that they were related to you and not Alan?
Yes, exactly. Do you remember? Oh my God, we went
Was it
round
your
the corner.
cousin or something?
It was
Long lost cousin?
all these people in Cornwall. I walked round the corner with Alan, and all their faces lit up. And then I said, "Oh my God, you're like my family." And they're like, "Oh."
Yeah, but then no
Gutted.
wonder. Then she goes up to them, these people in
this was
Cornwall,
funny,
and goes,
this was funny.
"Oh," she said to this woman, "You look you look just like my mum." Showed her a photo of her mum dressed as a fishwife in Poldark.
Yeah, because my mum does extra work. So my mum was all dressed up as a fishwife in Poldark, as Alan said.
way.
And I was going through my phone, I thought, oh, that'll do. And I went like that and I said, "You look like my mum. Look at that."
I think it'd be an amazing thing to do, but like sometimes it does open, you know, things that you don't want to know, and you know,
you found out.
But can I just
your
say,
nan, that all those stories where your nan, there was that scandal in your family, and it wasn't a scandal.
no, because my
boring
distant relation is called Annie Chapman, who died in 1888. Now Jack the Ripper's fourth victim was called Annie Chapman. She was called Dark Annie, and her last words were like something like, "Oh, I've got a pretty bonnet," or something like
What?
"Let me suck you off, I've got a
Honestly.
pretty bonnet." And then my
He's only
nan
had
was
one glass
worried
of
that I was
champagne.
worried that, because my nan, I mean, there's nothing wrong about it. It's one of the oldest professions in the book, prostitution, and it, you know, my nan is an older generation. She was worried about having a prostitute in the family, especially one killed by Jack the Ripper.
But you didn't.
But we didn't.
We didn't. So that's the story.
boring story.
He's got better anecdotes.
I know. No, but you're talking about crime.
See, we love each other, but we were relieved that we weren't related, because Ant and Dec found out they were related to each other.
Are they?
Yeah. They
Shut
found
up.
out they were related.
No way.
Yes, they are related.
What about Danny Dyer being related
Related
to
to all the
bloody
kings in
Henry
England.
Henry VIII?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
we
related to?
weren't.
Paul Gascoigne,
Yes, he is.
second cousin twice removed, and
that- is
Robson
that true?
Green.
Robson Green. That's
Robson
fact.
Green, second cousin
Yeah.
from the same village. We're
You
basically
actually look like a mixture between the both of them.
Yeah. He shares the same gene pool with one of them.
What
half Gaza, half Robson Green.
a combo.
I know. I know.
beautiful, isn't it?
Basically, we're from the same village up in Newcastle. We're like the Burradon Kardashians up there. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're like celebrities.
Wow.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So obviously you went together to Italy. How was that?
The first series in Sicily was, we didn't, I mean, it was amazing. We didn't know what we were doing. We genuinely came up with the idea together. We bought the house for €1. We started it, and we just didn't know what we were in for. We like doing a bit of DIY, and we both love interior designing and all that kind of stuff. We were absolutely knackered. It was brilliant. I think the most nerve-wracking thing is when you put a show out like that, and then you just don't know what the reaction's going to be. And it's terrible, because we said it's the closest thing to a reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like showing our real selves.
Yeah. We're up at 8, the
That we've
camera's on
ever
us.
done.
Every time we're driving, the camera's on us. We
Yeah.
finish at 9. They've seen us argue. We didn't really argue, but I don't know if
We
you had
not
that
got the
feeling.
same taste.
We did get on, but when the camera's on her, you do feel like, you know, a couple of pandas who are trying to mate, because they're watching you on, and you don't want it to be forced. And
Yeah.
so once we got over that, and it was just like,
Yeah.
okay, we do get on, but you know, we're not. Because if you start wisecracking, that's not a real.
No,
that's
you
fake.
just have to just
and
do a
it's shit.
normal day.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not a morning person, and not, you know, well, you're right, you do heart and all that, but you know, it's just like, you know, we can't just go straight into it. I was a
Yeah.
bit worried. I thought, are we actually gonna?
Yeah, how are we going to cope in like 30-degree heat, smashing walls down? That would like test your relationship. I'm sure that would.
Oh,
test. Do you
100%,
do DIY together ever, or have you done no?
No.
I'm constantly doing DIY and smashing walls down. And Pete's like in the corner
Not physically,
crying.
though.
No, I delegate.
You delegate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a
but
good
you-
delegate.
because you've got vision.
And he
does he
hasn't.
go, no,
No.
I know, my husband can't see.
Oh,
and
you know-
Alan, you get scared, but
I
then
get
you'll do it.
scared.
I know it's a different thing, but like when we were getting our puppy, to make it seem like it's Pete's idea, I was like, oh, you know, let's get a puppy that you had when you were growing up a little. I didn't want a black lab originally.
Yeah.
But so we'd agree, got a black lab because it was Pete's dog growing up, and then you know, if I'm doing a house, I'm like, we can do you a bar or a football pitch in the garden. So, you know, so he kind of...
I'm like a 5-year-old, like, that sounds great.
She does that with
and then we don't
does
get
that
it.
with me.
It doesn't
Where's the
materialise.
football pitch? Oh, it didn't fit, sorry. No, we've now just got a...
I had one room in the house and I was like, I can't wait for this room. I'm going to do it up like this and that. And she I don't think, I don't like that.
No, what,
Well, that's not my room then, is it?
No.
Well, she's like that in the one in this series.
In the
I've got
second
this
series.
shitty little bathroom. It is shit. It's like I've been in bigger
So
fucking
like an
phone boxes.
extended
And she's
airing
like, oh,
cupboard.
Alan, I love what you can do in here. What? You can't even do a shit. It's so small. I love it. What can you love? And then hers is like twice the size of it. It's got like
I've
high
got a gold
ceiling,
floor in mine.
gold floor, roll top bath, chandelier, and then I've got this, isn't it? It's horrible.
Well, but then
Alan, I could see
I
this.
selflessly took the cave to do as my wine grotto.
Yeah, your wine grotto.
Which was awful as well. That was like a public toilet and it had rain running through it. So that was
That's
shit.
my dream job, that.
Yeah, what do you do with the house though now? So it's done up, right? You bought it for €1. It must be worth a few quid now.
Yeah.
And what do you
So
do?
it gets sold. So we wait for all 8 episodes to go out. So it's like a big advert for
Have
it.
you not watched the show, Pete?
Yeah, I have. I just wondered where
He
the house is
hasn't.
going.
He
I
hasn't.
have watched it. I watched them spraying each other with the Kershaw.
Oh my God. We got told off from health and safety for doing that. People wrote
Why?
in the first
That was my
series
favourite bit.
because they said I could have injured Alan with a jet spray.
I could have lost an eye.
Oh my God.
But isn't that ridiculous? One person moans, and then
And
you
then
can
we
never,
can't-
you'll
we
never
had
see
it.
anyone jet wash now. In
really?
someone's face.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's
You cannot
sake.
jet wash a human.
Oh, did you do it in his face?
No,
was in
I
that
did
tiny
it
little
across his
courtyard,
body to
wasn't
get
it?
rid of the mildew.
You did aim it at my face.
I aimed it at your gonads.
When I was watching that, it
Cobwebs.
felt like you were
Exactly.
pissing each other off that day. And it felt like it was a little bit of...
Probably.
Like,
It was a bit of
after that.
retribution. Because the thing with me, if I was gonna moan about Alan, the thing that gets my goat the most is the breaks. He has to have a cup of tea like on the hour, like my nan did.
Well, like
I'll have a cup of tea. I'll have a cup of tea.
Yeah, I will have
If
a
you're
cup of
making
breaks.
one, I'll have a cup of tea. You know when people offer you a cup of tea and you don't mean you just say no, it's fine.
Yeah.
He's like yeah. I'm
Okay.
like no, they
Of course
need
you're
for
going to
you
have a couple.
say
And there's a
no.
biscuit.
So we
So
have
he
a thing
says
on this
yes
podcast called
all
the
the time.
Weekly Wine, right? So
Yeah.
your weekly wine
So
being
my
too
week-
many breaks.
Too many breaks, too many brews. I'm
Yeah.
amazed
But
you haven't
how-
got some kind of Tetley tea bag advert off the back of that.
I like Yorkshire tea, actually.
Do you?
Gold.
Do you like teabag?
I drink-
Teabag?
I love teabagging. Love teabagging.
I want
Tell
an
me all.
Aperol campaign 'cause that's all I drank. If you did a
Oh,
break,
that's
I'd
the
be like,
worst
I'll have
hangover,
an
that
Aperol.
though.
I feel happy on an Aperol.
Oh my! I feel happy on an Aperol at the time, but the
Yes,
next
it's-
day.
Never get hangover with that.
No,
never
I
get
never
hangover.
What do you
Aperol
mix it
Spritz.
with? Champagne?
Alan,
Rosé.
rosé.
Aperol and rosé.
We're not savages.
No, we
Aperol Spritz and rosé.
we
Sorry,
are
Get off my
hangovers.
tits.
No,
Our
Aperol with
hangovers.
champagne in, isn't it?
No, Prosecco. That's why you're going
Prosecco.
wrong.
Oh, okay.
Doing it wrong, love.
We get hangovers on rosé, not
Yes.
on Aperol.
But we can't stop. We can't stop with rosé.
Was it, when you were in Sicily, was it a bit messy? Did you have a few drinks after when you were done?
We had a few, but we are
little
gruff. But
smile
there
there.
was a few times when I was swallowing sick.
Oh, okay.
I mean, on this, should we tell them about on the second series when we're in Tuscany and we get this like Land Rover up to this marble, what would you call it? Quarry, a marble quarry. So it's like windy hills, and it is just this like sheer face of marble. And there are these lorries. I've never seen anything like it. They're like the size of a house.
Also say as well when
they
you look up at
excavate.
the mountain, you think it's snow,
Snow.
but it's pure marble. Where
It's
Michelangelo
Carrara
got David.
marble. It's where all the marble comes
See, this
from.
is my dream. This Pete, can you take me?
Oh God! And then me and Alan were really badly hungover that day. I think both of us had been sick in the car park at the bottom. There was also no
And
toilet.
you had to have a wee in the car.
I had to go for a wee, so he had to walk with me. He brought an umbrella. He put the umbrella up, but I squatted behind the umbrella whilst I had a wee. Because this is what we have to do on this.
Yeah.
No, I don't know any other person that would do this for me.
Then I had a dump. And she held the carrier bag open, and because we always try and find a bin.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Is
find
it
a
no-
bin.
Is
And
there
then
no
we had
Italian
to
job
go-
extra?
Leave it.
Oh my God.
I had to leave a place as we found it. What did you say?
Yeah, the
I
extra
said,
bit.
Ryland needs to do the Italian job extra.
Yeah, he does.
All the behind the scenes.
But yeah, we were minging.
We
And you
were
had to use
minging.
that portaloo that all
And
the
then-
workmen did. That.
And then I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go. And then they had a portaloo up there that about 50 Italian men had been pooing in all morning.
Oh,
Oh
I
no,
had
I
to go in there,
can't.
and then I was heaving and weeing at the same time. It was horrific.
So-
So yes, we
okay, so you
hit
do
the
have the
bottle.
odd drink.
Oh,
But you got to remember, this is
We
like
get
we're working
carried
hard. We are
away.
working hard, and one thing that pisses me off when people think we turn up there, we mince about, we're there
You
all day.
mince.
We're there
Yeah.
all day. Okay, I mince.
They're all day.
But we do. We genuinely do the work.
It's
I'm
knackering.
not the electrics. I'm not going to lie to you or the water, but we are knocking things down. We are knackered, and we finish at 6, 7 p.m. I said, I need a drink. Let's
and
go
then
and have
it's
a
like
drink.
another hour to an hour and a half to get home because it's always quite
Yeah.
remote. That's the
Yeah.
thing with the Euro scheme. It's
Yeah.
brilliant because I know we actually at the airport met loads of people who off the back of our first show have now
Above.
done it and bought somewhere and they're like in love with it. But all these houses are remote because that's the point. They're like in tiny villages where no one lives anymore.
These young people don't want to work the fields. They want to go to Rome. They want to go to Florence. They don't want to be there following what their great granddad did and like be, work is hard work.
I get
so
it,
they want to go
but-
into media and they go off to this village, isn't it? It's down to I think double figures now. You'd
Yeah.
have 1,000 people now. They're
It's
desperate
got like
for people to
53
go
in
there.
Fall of Velasco. There were like 53.
Oh, really?
See, that I
people
would
left.
love to go and live somewhere remote like that.
You think you
Yeah,
would? Bet you
honestly.
wouldn't.
I'm just
There's no
done.
shops.
I'm done with humans.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm an animal girl. I just want my husband, my kids, and animals.
That was an afterthought, that one, at me.
Yeah, I thought, felt like she
Animals
had to
and
say
and
that.
then
And my
she looked at me and went, "Oh,
husband.
I've
Yeah.
got
No,
him as well."
And a
I
couple of
actually I
llamas.
love staying in my house. I am most happy when I'm in my house, and I know that seems so sad.
No, I get it.
and I like having people round, but I don't know.
Since
Did I
I've
say-
moved near where you've moved, I don't want to leave. I did this because it's up the road.
Yeah.
This podcast.
Oh, that's,
I was like, oh
lovely
yeah, I'll do
that.
that.
What a
It's up
lovely
the road.
story. If you weren't local, I wouldn't be here.
It's nice being at home.
I love
You
I
love
love
being
being
at
at home.
home.
That's my pottering around, pottering.
Yeah,
I love
love
it.
pottering
And I
at the
live by
weekend.
myself, but I like being by myself. I do get scared at night though.
We call. Do you know what
Yeah,
we call?
me
If
too.
someone's scared in our house at night, we call it monkey's paw.
What's that?
It's some scary movie that my husband Chris watched. It's like the House of Usher, where this monkey's paw was like some kind of ornament on a shelf, and it comes to life, and it sort of scoots around and tries to strangle people and
Oh.
stuff. So if Chris ever goes to the Cotswolds or on his own in the house, or me and the children find the worst monkey's paw that you can find on the internet and send him images of the monkey's paw. I'll send you one tonight.
But then I've got
Put
those
the willies
cameras,
up your
haven't I?
alley.
I've got the cameras just to see if anyone's in the
Oh, you
garden.
don't. There could be someone with an axe.
I know,
in the
but I don't know
garden.
why I do when I get up because I'm at that age now where I need to get up and have a wee in the middle of the
And then
night. I always check the cameras and I say, Alan, why are you doing? Say there's a clown with a knife.
I know. Yes.
What would I do?
I know.
Exactly. That always happens
No.
in horror films. Why do people investigate a noise?
I know. I'm gonna go, and now I'm gonna go down in the cellar, not put the light on. Hello.
I know.
See, my
deserve to
my
get-
dog's great for that.
I know.
Like he only barks when there's someone there.
I was outside with
You know-
boxers last night.
I know,
on the,
what was he
on the
barking at?
drive.
What are you doing in your boxes? It's freezing.
It was freezing.
I
It was,
know.
but he was barking and he kept going over to something. So instead of just like,
I think it was a fox
I
in the
went
skip.
out. Do you reckon?
I love a skip. I've got a skip on my driveway. It's
But
amazing.
you find people go looking through it though, don't they? People, the
But
public
my-
come over when you're filming and when you've got a skip. And then
Well,
people come and
they
investigate.
won't find
don't they?
anything in mine.
Mine's just paper and rubbish.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
the builders keep putting food rubbish in there, and then the dogs.
So the foxes come.
The dog
Dog's
keeps
in there.
going in
The
there.
dog keeps going in there.
I know.
But I think it might have been a fox in there. You're right. But anyway, I was out there freezing last night.
I was perving on you on the cameras
Were you?
while you were out your boxies on the drive.
Ah, you still got it.
I wasn't. I was fast asleep.
She's a liar.
Have you ever heard foxes having sex?
Oh my
yeah.
God, so aggressive.
It's like a witch, isn't it? It's like a
Horrendous.
witch. I thought you were in my garden. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's what they're fucking
Do you know
like,
what? I
foxes.
on a Sunday, I throw the chicken carcass
I
over
leave
the
food
hedge.
for the foxes. They
I
get
love
a bad
foxes.
rep.
Yeah.
They get a bad rep. Leave
I
them
love
alone.
foxes.
Only fox. Have you heard that their penis is barbed? Did you know that?
Yeah.
Is that why
that
the
when it
woman
just
screamed?
They
Hook on.
scream because it's barbed.
Pain, yeah.
Yeah.
So another animal's got a
nature.
barbed penis.
What?
Another. I think a cat's got a barbed penis.
Reproducing.
I think it's
Why
when
would
once
they
it's
do
in, it
that?
doesn't
I think so.
So it's got grip.
Because she doesn't.
Stays in.
She
Like
tries
a
to get
ribbed
away.
condom.
I think so, basically.
Well, so would I try and get away if someone had a barbed penis?
No, it's not barbed going in. It's when it comes out.
Oh, that's clever.
So it can't come out.
Yeah, so it goes in and then it stays in.
Imagine, Alan, if you sort of had to be connected,
My
they just
God,
had to
can
come
you imagine
everywhere
there'd
with
be-
you.
Oh, my...
Sat on their lap now.
Imagine here, David Gandy sitting on my lap.
Amanda, you're still on heart, right?
Yes.
Are you still getting up ridiculously early?
There are days, Peter, like if I have had a big night or something like that, where I go, oh my God, I've got to get up at like 5:30 in the morning. And I always say, and I say this on air, if I'll go in and I always come out of work better than I go in. I always have like...
It's a good vibe in there, though.
Really
like
good
when we
people.
come
I love
on.
being a guest
we've-
on
It's
it.
Yeah,
a
me
lot of
too.
fun.
So much fun.
So that's honest.
You
That's
enjoyed
really
it,
honest.
And you've been
I
on
love it.
Chattyman like 7 times,
Yes,
I'm pretty
I
sure.
have.
Is
I
that
did
right?
went on
God,
Chattyman.
yeah.
Loads.
Chattyman. But you know the thing, with TikTok now, people keep showing the clips on it. It ain't been on for 8 years.
Shut up.
Finished 2016, people
God, I
say
didn't
to
know
me,
that.
oh, Alan, who have you got on this Friday? I'm like, what? They must look at me and think, fuck, he's old.
God.
I mean,
God,
these
no
clips
way.
are 8 years old.
That is
Isn't that funny?
They need to bring it back. They can't just be Graham
should bring it
Norton
back.
on the telly.
But I think chat shows have changed now. I think podcasts like these, if you like a certain celebrity or like a pop star, you can get more out of them. I think you get to know them more on a podcast rather than a chat show. I think podcasts are changing the whole
Landscape of
You
it.
hear more about people.
So you've got your podcast that we've been on.
yours,
and,
Yes.
do you,
yours is doing well.
do you enjoy
yours.
doing that?
I love it. The thing is as well, what I love, when you do a TV chat show, they're always thinking about clickbait. So the producers will put in a few eggy questions towards the end because they want to get in the papers. What I love about Life's a Beach is it's just chatting. I don't give a shit. I don't care about who they're shagging, what they do that. I just want to have a laugh and a giggle. And I
Yeah.
think that's what the essence of Chattyman is. It's like what Life's a Beach is like. Because when you're on TV, there's an edge. They want you to say something outrageous. You want them to, say something really personal just to get in the papers. But with this, it's easy going. I can just have a laugh. And when people relax, they tell funny stories.
Exactly.
Lovely stories. And I think that's what it should be about. You get what I'm saying? There is
100%.
it's pushing people's buttons. You know,
Is
I've
it-
had in my earpiece, ask them about the sex scandal. Ask them.
Yeah.
I'm not, and they do it towards the end. So if they do walk off, we've got the interview, and I'm like, no, that's not what the show is about.
And also, you as hard as it is when you're interviewing people, you don't. I would hate to like piss anyone off. I would hate to go, oh my God, I can never look those people in the eye again, because I've asked them a question they don't want to talk about.
Yeah, and especially when they've told you not to talk about
Yeah,
it as
so
well,
you
and they
want
go,
it to
go and
stay
ask it, go and
friendly.
ask it, and I don't want to put them on that because there's so many chat shows you could go on. You go on John and Frosh, you can go on Graham
You
Norton,
don't
you go
want
on
to
the
go
one
on a chat show
but you
and
come on
defend
Chattyman, and I'm going to
yourself.
piss you
Yeah,
off.
Exactly.
Yeah. We do a thing on this at the weekly wines. You've already said already that Alan pissed
Yeah.
you off with how many breaks he was having.
What can I say about you
I
to
don't know.
wine?
I'm perfect. What could you say?
It wasn't really a wine, but I was. You love a bikini.
No.
She loves. Sometimes I'd pop in a shop and I'd come out and she'd be in a bikini on the back of a tuk-tuk. And I'm like, it's almost like it's almost like she's got a bit of string. She rips it off. You should go on Britain's Got Talent as a stripper. One bit of string. As a, no,
Yes, as a
honestly,
stripper.
those quick change artists.
Yeah.
That's not a wine because you look gorgeous in a bikini. But I'm like, how the hell has she done that? I'm looking at some souvenirs. I look out.
I should bring out a range of bikinis.
You should.
Why haven't you brought out a range of
I
bikinis?
don't know because I don't know.
You
I don't
should.
know. I should
I've got a
think about-
bikini fetish though. Haven't I, Pete?
Oh, I thought you were going to say you've got bikini range because I would buy your bikini.
fetish. Especially on
I've got
holiday.
lots.
In like those like beach.
I like to wear a
beach
different one a day.
Oh my God.
I know.
Do you wear, what about those ones? Do you wear the ones that cut, what's that bit with
Brazilian?
with the Brazilian?
Yeah, like the Brazilian cut.
Oh, is that what's called?
I'm
Like with
not
cuts
overly
in
keen
there?
on
Do you wear
the one that
them?
looks like a ball bag
I
supporter. I'm not keen.
I like more of a hipstery one.
Me too.
I don't suit the young kids are putting them up high like
Yes,
that.
No,
with
I
the
don't
sort
do
of
that.
bits of material all
I've worn one of
gathered.
those for years.
I don't like
No,
that.
I don't like that.
I've gone off
I don't think
them
it's
now.
sexy.
No, I don't.
Should we get into some audience wines?
Yes.
Okay.
I want it. Why do your friends become so judgy as soon as they announce to the world they are doing dry Jan? Especially when you know for a fact that come February the 1st, they're going to be the ones falling arse over tit straight out of the pub. Any judgy mates?
I'm more the judgy one.
Did you do it at all?
I don't do.
I
Me and
can't
Alan
do it,
doing dry
I
January.
can't do it.
If
I
we
can't
do
do
2
it.
days without drink, that's brilliant for us.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, woohoo, I feel like. I mean, yeah.
4 days I did last week. I'm trying not to drink in the week.
That's
yeah,
what we're
yeah,
doing at
yeah.
home.
Yeah, just
Really?
in
But
the week.
I am the judgy friend because I don't like to be the only one. So if
Right.
my friends are doing dry January, I'm not like, good for you, that's great. I'm like, ugh, you're so boring.
Yeah, no,
Come
I'm
on, just
exactly
one.
that. I'm that. I'm terrible goader. I'd be
I'm
like,
a
no,
terrible
what's
goader,
the
aren't I?
point?
If I
Like,
told you I said I might do dry January, don't you dare. You've got my birthday coming up in February. I mean, it's not like it's January the 4th or 5th. February, yeah, it's dry Jan, the clue's in the question.
I don't get it. I don't even get it as a month to be dry. It's the most depressing month
I know, you
on earth.
need
a
So I'm like,
drink,
do it
yeah.
in like
And it's
April.
all of our birthdays in January.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and
Kids
you
too.
know,
Impossible.
historically when Pete would be playing football over the whole Christmas period and New Year and then New Year's Day, he could have a drink and everyone would be like, no, we're doing dry Jan, and Pete be like that on his own. Woo!
Yeah,
Party
because
for
I
one.
didn't drink over Christmas.
Yeah.
Because he was playing, and then
So yeah, just got used to that really now.
it's all our birthdays. I don't
Oh.
want to be not drink on my birthday.
No.
No, exactly right. Well, listen, no judgment here.
No,
we don't judge. Do we judge?
Yeah, we do judge them.
I don't like the
No.
pissheads. I don't like the pissheads who start doing dry Jan, then all of a sudden they're like Mother Teresa. Hello,
Yeah.
do you know how many calories? Like, I was holding your hair back December the 31st. You know what I mean? I'm mopping up your sick in my downstairs toilet. Now you're like, how dare you bring rosé in my house?
Yeah.
That's what I can't stand.
Yeah, the hypocrisy.
Yeah,
Alex.
hypocrisy.
That's it.
Yeah.
Not
the
judging hypocrisy. Oh,
Disgrace.
disgusting.
Okay. Got another one here.
Disgusting.
Got another weekly wine about the Mingebag hubby who acts like the world is about to end every time he catches me putting the heating on. It's about -4 outside, and every time I go out for a piss, I have to snap it off because it's so cold.
Outside for a piss, they have like an outside toilet.
The
They
bush.
go outside for a
I
piss.
don't know,
Wild
but my
West.
husband's a bit like Jim Royal when it comes to the
I'm
heating.
sorry, I didn't. There was no outside in there. That was my fault.
That's a flashback to his childhood.
No, that's 'cause
Every
Pete
time I
does
go
wee
for a
in the
piss.
garden.
Chris does that. I'm like, he gets
Are
out of
we in the
car
garden?
and he'll go for a wee. I'll be like, the toilet's there.
Pete
I do it
he
by the
potty
gate
trained
sometimes,
our
yeah.
boys by teaching them to pee in a bush in the garden.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've put the bin out and I've had a wee.
Do you know that's actually a good way to keep foxes away?
Oh, really?
Yeah, male urine around the outskirts of your property stops the foxes. That is a fact.
Say I'm having a
So
wee.
you want to do more of that?
Yeah.
Say I'm having a
Piss
wee.
I'll
on
be
that
pissing all
boxer
over
next time
Skip
he
tonight. So you're saying is her husband will not put the heating on because it costs
I don't
him.
know,
I
a
say,
girl
I
can
think-
snap her own wee though.
I don't get that
That's
at all.
She
So
means like the
cold in the
wee's like
air.
an icicle.
It's like
And
a
she snapped it, but it's
salad
easy for a
type.
man to snap his own wee off, but not a girl because she'd have to get right in there.
Let's just
Yeah.
put the snapping to one side.
It is expensive, like Abby said, but Chris is like Jim Royal. He will jump out of his chair and think because he thinks he might have left the immersion on.
Well, we're doing our new floor at the moment, and we've chosen the worst week. It's like -5, and we
my
can't have
God.
any heating on in our house.
Oh, God, what a week for that. That's freezing.
Like freezing. Like there's like you can see your breath. It's so we're just all like in the bed from as soon as the kids
But
come
we're all,
home.
we're all working class, aren't we? But
Yeah,
I have
speak
that
for
thing
yourself,
drumming
Alan.
me, get a jumper on. Get a jumper
Yeah,
on.
wear another
Get a jumper.
jumper.
I do have that. Or if it's cold, I will pop another jumper on.
Well,
and
I-
then if my nipples are like,
Yeah.
I will have to put the heating on.
I just love
If I'm
my
having a
fleece
wee and a
dress.
slush puppy's coming out,
Yeah.
It's like
I have to put
my
that
mum and
further
dad sleep with the windows open.
Mm.
I've got parents like from the old days that sleep with the windows open. They say my house
like
is too
it
hot.
Do you wear a fleece dressing gown? I can't imagine you do.
she wears a bikini.
Yeah.
No, I have. I've got one of those Skims extra fluffy.
I see.
you know,
I
that
put
was
my
really
fleece
fluffy.
dressing gown over my clothes, and Pete thinks
Oh,
I
wanna
look
burn it.
repulsive in
So,
it.
I don't
You have a
say look
sexy
repulsive
dressing
in
gown. I
it.
bet you've got a sexy dressing
No,
gown.
I just wear nothing. If I want to do sex, I'll just go naked.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
See, just
I've
cut
got a-
out the middle, man. Cut out the
which is
wrapping.
never.
No, I want to
go
know if
straight
you have
for
a
it.
sexy dress. You don't have a sexy dressing gown.
You have got one, but we haven't seen it for a few years.
No, I would love to be like, you know, when you see on films and
Where
they're like getting
your
into
husband
bed,
comes through the, yeah, like no.
Yeah.
silk and lace. And,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like they
very
did in
nice.
Dynasty.
Yes.
No, I don't do that.
I would
either.
love to do that,
I
but
love pajamas.
I do.
Chris says I'm like Elmo because he said like most of the day I'm naked. I'll be naked most of the day. In the summer, I am naked all day long. I cook naked, do everything naked.
She does a roast dinner naked.
I have.
Wow.
And then he
It was
said,
the most
Pete's
awkward
like,
dinner
"Can we
I've ever
come
had.
but then that happened to me once, actually, at Piers Morgan's house. But that's another story. But then I go to bed and I put pajamas on, and Chris goes, "Why do you spend all day naked and then you put a pajamas on to get into bed?" The
Yeah.
only other person that does that is Elmo. Elmo is naked all day, and then he puts the pajamas on to
that's
go
cute.
to bed.
I think that's cute.
Remember when Bungle in Rainbow went swimming and he had shorts on? And I'm like, oh, so he must be naked.
He must be naked.
Yeah.
He must be naked all the time on the show. And that weird. Why is he? He went to the seaside. Why has he got shorts on? He must always have his knob out.
Always.
Always.
You do.
Consistently.
That's what you say to me, though, don't you? Like
What?
with the fleece, like because
Well, my
I'm
thing is-
quite
my
a
thing is-
nakedy person
Yeah.
in the house.
Yeah.
And then get into bed and like double knot the fleece dressing gown over the fleece
And I think
pajamas.
it's just
and stuff.
me. She's just trying to keep me out. But
like
I worry
Because I'll
about
probably
fire,
get pregnant
though.
if I go near you.
So would Alan, it seems.
I like a rose, they love.
all right, there's another thing called a weekly shine, which is quite nice, actually. Imogen's wrote one in. She says, "Hi, guys. Might be a bit late to the party on this one, but seeing as Valentine's Day is coming up soonish, I wanted to share some green flags about my boyfriend, Jack. He likes to wave around. He absolutely loves the pod and can't wait to read your book. I know he will probably get a lot of these, but it'd be amazing if you could read these out because I know he listens religiously. He tells me he loves me at the end of every phone call. He checks my social battery, especially when we're around new people.
What's that?
What's a social battery?
I don't know. Is that like a
He
filter?
checks my social battery.
Oh, is that?
Oh, is it?
You do that to me.
I do.
Yeah, but she's not subtle. She'll come over. Are these people boring you?
Oh my
She
God.
won't be like, Alan, I think it's time we go home. She's like, are these ourselves boring you? Now, Pete, I'm not being rude, but you know you're so tall. Do you get different weather up there?
Is it different? Does it feel
No,
cooler
you
or
just
hotter?
feel it before everyone else.
That's why you're so
It's
brown.
snowing in the future.
But I also think if there was low-hanging cloud, you'd be all right because you would be able to, like, it would just be your body and then you could see everything.
Well, I'm not that tall. Like I am tall for a human.
Can I be serious for a minute? You know people joke, and you joke about your height. Has anyone ever crossed, is it tears of a clown? Do you sometimes go home and cry? You know when people joke about how tall you are? Are you
Yeah.
fine with it?
Oh yeah, I'm totally fine with it.
It's
Yeah,
probably
yeah,
the
yeah.
only thing that
No,
you can't really get cancelled about. You know, oh, hello,
Oh,
tall,
God,
hello,
yeah.
what's it like
Yeah,
up
because
there?
people see
You
it.
say that though, because you couldn't call someone ugly or fat or.
I am here. We call them Alan.
But the tall.
We call them Alan.
Oh, no.
my God.
No, but you've gone.
You're right,
That's
though.
really
Tall
hurt.
is a place
No,
that
you
people
know
can
what?
go.
Well, it does, yeah, because I think it's seen as a good thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing, is it? I don't think. Well, you know,
It's
that's what we
not a
tell our
bad
kids.
thing,
No,
especially
it's
when you need
lovely.
to find, like, if I wanted to get down Wuthering Heights, which is
Wuthering-
right up
Wuthering
there in
Heights
your
is-
library,
I live up
you
there. It's
could
not a
get
problem.
that down for me, couldn't you?
Not a problem.
Not a problem.
Whereas
many
I
things-
think if I lost an earring back, you wouldn't find
I'd
it.
struggle.
You'd struggle, but Alan would, because he's like a hobbit.
You're not short.
No, he's not short.
No, I'm not that short.
No.
5'9". Is that short?
That's not
That's the same
short.
height as me.
But people think I'm taller, but I am that tall.
You look. I would have said you were taller than that.
I think it's me hump.
I'll tell you who's tall that I'm always shocked at seeing who's tall. This is just
Who?
such a boring thing to say. It's such an old
Rylan.
name. No, Joe Pasquale. Ew.
Is that? Yeah, I know Joe
Well, he's
Pasquale.
tall.
He's so tall.
Oh, I did. I think
He's
I did.
6'3". And
Joe Pasquale.
that squeaky voice.
Yeah,
The
you know
one
Squeaky
off,
Boys?
Home
No,
What's wrong with
no,
that?
that's Joe Pesci.
No.
I knew you were thinking of Joe Pesci.
I was like, he's tiny.
Joke.
Fucking Goodfellas.
No, Joe Pasquale.
Who the hell's Joe Pasquale?
You know
He's
who
a
he is.
comedian.
Glasses
Pasquale.
on, you do know
And
who he is.
you do know.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
on I'm a Celeb.
Anyway, he's a comedian.
He talks like
In
this,
his
and
day-
he's like
in
that
his
a bit.
day-
Is that Stacey Solomon's fella?
That's
Joe
Joe
Swash.
Oh God, I don't know.
Let's just
I
go
don't
through
know.
all the Joes.
I
Was it
don't-
Joe Blogs, Joe.
Oh, Joe, God.
Pasquale.
You're looking at
Anyway,
that, you always
he's
get
ever so
that wrong.
tall.
Pasquale.
That one.
Never seen him before in
Yeah,
my
looks
Looks
entire
like
life.
Sue
6 foot
Perkins. A bit like
3.
Sue
It does
Perkins.
look like
It looks
Sue
like that was Louis Theroux.
Looks like me. If me and Sue Perkins had a child.
That would be Joe Pasquale. It's true.
I know he does look like me and her.
Joe Pescott. You've cut his hair off. That's why I can't recognise him.
Yeah, you know
He's got
he
like
is.
a kind
You
of.
know him. He's
He looks a bit
iconic.
like
It
Joe
is
Pesky.
iconic.
He looks a bit Joe Pesky. Would you recommend Tuscany then?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's somewhere I've always wanted to go.
I love
yeah.
Florence. We both loved Lucca as well. We hadn't been to Lucca. That's like that is
I'd like to go there.
beautiful there. And San Gimignano.
Yes,
we went
that's
there.
nice.
All of those areas are really easy to get to and drivable and absolutely gorgeous. And but the thing is that I'm when I go on holiday, I like to lie down with a book and read, so I can be in all those beautiful places
And
with
don't
like,
move.
great works of art and all of that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, if I've got to go and have a look at a great work of art now, I need to do me back. I've got a white patch.
See, I feel like because
Shave.
when you
Shave. I have to shave me back.
that's what I'm like on holiday. I don't want to move because
I
I'm so
know.
busy at home.
Yeah.
And all the kids, I'm just
So
like, I
feel
want to
like
plot up and
you
not
can
move.
do those places for weekend breaks, and then you know you're not there to sunbathe, but you're there to go and have fabulous food, great art. Both our families were staying in Forte de Marme, and we were a good hour away from Forte de Marme, so we had to like get to them. And we met them in a restaurant, so we were like, we booked it all. We met everyone there, so we were having a lovely meal. My mum and dad and sister and Alan's friends and everything else, kids. My mum and dad went on home, and we decided we would walk back to the hotel. And then we thought, oh, it's a bit far. And I had my children with me. And I had my children with me and Alan. And then we were like, oh, it's far. It's far. Go on.
You don't want to
So-
say this, do you?
Well, no, I mean,
What did
I
you
think
do?
It's funny. We didn't.
we tried to steal a bike.
I wasn't expecting that.
Because it's a biking town.
Yeah.
So they've got like Boris bikes.
Yeah.
And the hotel, my family basically had all arrived on the bikes from the hotel. So when me and Alan pulled up in a car, we didn't have bikes. And my daughter
Yeah.
Holly gave my mum her bike. So it's Holly.
We were
and-
going to bring the bike back. We weren't stealing. But then we were
Exactly.
trying all the different locks.
We were
I don't know
trying
how
locks.
people who steal bikes do
Do
it.
it.
Because some of those
No.
locks are really tough to get in.
and codes. But we were mainly looking at hotel
And
bikes.
codes were like, try 2478. 3492.
But like every hotel we went past, we were like, oh, well, we can get it back to this hotel.
Yeah.
This will be all right. We'll get it back to this hotel.
Yeah.
So, but every single bike was locked.
So we didn't steal a
We didn't
bike.
steal one, but we
See-
tried.
But boy, did we try.
We really
okay.
tried hard.
See, we steal bikes in the Maldives all the time.
Yeah.
You know, with like
You're those people where it's
Where
got
the people- you know, when you come
sea breeze,
out-
the villa,
You know-
and then your sticker's gone off your bike.
See, well, you know what they do now is that they write Leo on or you know the name of it. I mean, obviously our boy's not called Leo, but when he's riding his bike and he gets amongst people and he puts his bike down, and I see people looking and going, "Leo, come back!" And, you know, Penelope. Fucking all the names on the back, just calling my kids it.
but there's nothing worse because people do it to us. So
Yeah.
we're doing it back.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what they started it.
You come out the
Leo
restaurant, the
started
kids
it.
are screaming, where's my bike? And to find a bike, like as our 4-year-old,
The
he can't,
little one,
with
that's
stabilisers.
bespoke
and
Yeah,
for him.
Where's the fucking bike with the stabilisers?
Yeah.
So we nick
Yeah, so in
someone
the end, it was a
else's.
free-for-all. It's like, if they're doing it to us,
We're doing it
We're
back.
doing
you know,
it.
yeah.
We had a night out, do you remember? And then
Which one?
Well, I know. Classic me, drank too much and all that. And I got home, got in the taxi, got home. And then the next day, Alan, are you okay? I went, what? Hey, have you got concussion? Can you please text me?
Oh,
I said,
yeah.
what?
This is
What
from
are you
me.
on about? Don't you remember? You got on that bike, you cycled straight into a tree. Bang. And I wondered where my bobble hat had gone. It was hanging off the branch. The force, boom,
Right.
it'd gone off up into the tree.
Yeah,
And
and-
I'd forgotten I'd even done it.
Well, because he did have concussion, I reckon.
It was,
But the
I had
funniest thing
concussion.
is I only knew that he'd gone into the tree because one of the people at the bottom of the hill who sort of collect the bikes came up with this hat and said, I think it was a woolly hat. You know the flumps? Do you remember the flumps? They came
Why are you
up.
wearing a woolly bobble hat in Italy?
No, this was in England.
This was in England.
oh,
Yeah, the fucking,
They come up
nick the
to me.
bikes there.
They nicked the bikes there. They
Bastards.
came up to me with just a hat, quite solemnly. And
Well,
I
like
was like,
he's
oh my
dead or
God,
something.
Alan's dead.
Yes.
They went, does this belong to your friend? And I went,
way.
yes, it does. Where is he? I told him not to get on that bike.
I loved him so much.
But it's quite a big tree, apparently.
still
How
got
did I
that
miss
hat.
it? How did I miss it?
I've got that hat and your trainers.
It's quite dark there the other night.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But he shouldn't have got on the bike to go down the hill. I offered to walk him down. He said, no, I'm going to get on the bike. His taxi was in the thing.
That's
I was
hilarious.
so worried. Anyway, you.
So have you got anything lined up? Are you going back to Italy anytime soon, or?
We can't say we don't know. Well, everyone's
Okay.
just got to keep watching it. And obviously, if the ratings
only
keep
on
going
now.
the way they're going, I've written a sitcom called Changing Ends, which has been on ITVX. That's coming out on ITV soon.
It's
And what's
so
that
good.
about?
It's Alan's life.
My life made me as a child.
I've seen it. Yeah, it looks. I've seen the little boy who was who's playing you and that, and it looks,
boy
playing
is
football.
brilliant.
I
He's
saw it. Yeah,
a genius.
I saw that. Yeah, it looks
And the
amazing.
second series is
I'm
I start
writing
filming
it
now.
writing
it's
it at the minute,
basically-
finishing it all off. You know, you do keep getting back, keep getting your notes. ITV send their notes, and then we're filming in a fortnight, and that'll be like for 6 weeks doing
Oh,
the
wow.
next series. So that's
God,
really exciting.
amazing.
I've never been so nervous because it's just like people play my mum, people play my dad, people play me, all about my
It's
childhood.
brilliant though, Alan.
Oh, thanks.
It's
No,
really
sorry.
good. I start Britain's Got Talent in 2 weeks. We start filming that, and that takes me up to Easter, really.
Do you still enjoy doing that, Amanda? Is it?
18 years.
Yeah.
So my daughter turns
18 years?
18. Yeah.
Wow.
She turns 18 in like a week. And when I got the phone call for that job, I remember I was stirring soup and we had just done her first birthday party.
Wow.
And they said, do you want to do this new show? It's a thing. It's a talent show. And I said to my husband, oh, I'll get 3 years out of that. That'll be a good gig. 18 years.
Oh.
So that is
God.
amazing.
Yeah, it is.
For me to see like a physical embodiment of 18 years in like a child and my eyebrows, because I had no eyebrows when I started. Now they've all grown, but they look nice now. So my eyebrows and Lexi show me what 18 years
Yeah,
look
wow.
like.
That's what Johnny said when I gave birth to Jack.
What?
I was like, do you like the baby? He was like, yeah, but he's got no eyebrows.
They'll grow into them. Just like Amanda.
But the impact of that show when because when we do our Italian show, we're all over the place. Everyone recognises you, if not from the Susan Boyle
weird 'cause
clip,
it's
which
on
is iconic, isn't it?
YouTube,
Iconic.
yeah, it's on
Yeah.
YouTube. So it's like where it used to be a show where everyone just loved but now it's like because of
grown, yeah.
YouTube, it's across the world.
Everyone.
It's
and,
really
and
weird.
TikTok, all the little clips.
Is that the biggest thing, the Susan Boyle thing? Do you think that's happened on the show over those 18 years?
Probably, but I
Who's
think
the biggest talent?
Sue's anal bum party.
Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
oh my
She had an
God.
album party. Oh,
I know.
oh my
Genius.
God. What a hashtag?
I know.
Hashtag Susan's anal bum.
More people would turn up if it was the
I
anal
know.
bum party.
I turned up.
Isn't it lovely?
It was only her. It was only her flogging her album. I was like, what?
What a shit
I wrote
anal
to
bum
Points
party.
of View. No, Watchdog.
This is the shittest anal bum party I've ever been
Spoke
to.
to Martin Lewis about it. This is not on. It's a con. Because when we were abroad, don't we? Like, if we have to say who we are, your name, and if he goes, Amanda who? I'm like, ha, and it's like that. And then Alan who? You're like, you have a little joke.
I've got the funniest story. Well, it probably doesn't sound funny, but it was funny at the time. So we used to have this holiday guy, Michael, who used to book all our holidays. And we were getting to the airport and he'd always use like a pseudonym, like for Pete.
This is incredible.
And I turned up to the airport.
This is the best ever.
You don't turned up Ibiza. And there's no one to pick me up, no name sign. But there was an Annie Cranky. So I'm like, that's us. It's so Michael, this. It's what he does. He does like a thing. Next, so we're like, yeah, that's us. We're coming. Next minute, Annie Cranky's running after us. That's my driver. We see like the other driver come on with like Abby Clancy, like all hot and flustered with my side
he
and
was
my
just
own
a bit
name.
late.
Oh my God.
He had a full name on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
was
a
like,
pseudonym.
that's us. It's
Oh my
Michael.
God.
He always does
Always
it, Michael.
does it.
Protect
So-
for security reasons and all of that. There's Annie Cranky, like that's my guy.
So funny.
So embarrassing.
Do you know what? That happened on Britain's Got Talent. We checked into the hotel in Glasgow and I said, and I was checking in and I said to the receptionist, I said, has Simon arrived yet? And she said, I can't say. And I went,
What?
has he arrived yet? And she said, well, look at this list of names and see if you think he's arrived. And she's sort of looking at me because I was Betty Blue. I was Betty Blue. I don't know why. I love that movie, but it can't have been that. So anyway, I'll tick my thing. So I'm looking at the thing and there's this name and it's Kenny Wonnacott. Kenny Wonnacott. I said, he's here, Kenny Wonnacott, room. And it was it was a Hotel de Van, so it was like, something Chardonnay. So I'm like, oi, Kenny, are you coming down to the bar? Are you coming? Bang, door opens. It was our head of security, who I didn't know. His name is Kenny Wonnacott. I went, all right, Kenny. I was like, I said I didn't know your surname.
That is hilarious.
Like, yeah, anyway. Literally, Simon's name was Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Okay.
But I presume not the,
No, that's interesting.
But I had drinks with Kenny Wonnacott in the bar. And after that, I've never forgotten his name. That was like 12 years ago. And he's not Australian, but I was going, good day, Kenny Wonnacott.
What name would you choose?
So Australian.
What name would I choose?
Do you know what? I had my book. When you go on tour, you get your book with all your hotels, when you got to be there, when the car's picking up your train, and mine got not intercepted in the post. It went missing. He's got every kind of personal detail on it. That goes missing. Because I'm old school. I like to have it physically there. Where am I going like this?
Yeah,
print out. So my agent rings up, Ellen, you're going to have to change your name because they're going to...
He's from Belgium.
He's
Ellen.
Good moaning. He said, so guess what my name was? Dr. Canunt.
No.
And my tour manager was Peter File. And people, I would go in there and people would blush and they'd go, hi, like that. I'd like to check in. Alan Carr, no. And I'd have to say, Dr. Canunt. And my friend, Peter File. Because I thought the whole idea of having a name was you do not attract attention.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Everyone would be like, guess who what the fella's called? Peter File.
Yeah, but you get these vigilante groups who are like wound up. Yeah, hey, there's a Peter File at the Hotel de Van. Let's get him. My poor tour manager beaten up. Is there a doctor in the house? Yes, Dr. Canunt. Yes, say there is something. Someone gets pregnant and I give him birth. Is there a doctor?
Dr. Canunt in the house?
Dr. Canunt coming.
You've got a penis, haven't you?
Yeah, that was my mate. So his dad was Peter Nurse, so he's P Nurse, and then he was Arthur, so he was A Nurse.
Oh my
It's P Nurse and A Nurse.
Oh my.
All right, we'll get into the Agony Abs. This is where we help our listeners, and we genuinely do help some of them. Hey, Abbey and Pete. Amanda and Alan. I'm not sure if this counts as an Agony Ab or a weekly wine, so slot it in where you see fit. I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts on it. Like you, Abby, my birthday is the start of January, which for obvious reasons is the worst time of the year to celebrate the momentous occasion of us Capricorn legends being brought into the world.
Whoop, whoop.
For the most part, I get this. However, it is so wrong of me to expect my partner to throw caution to the wind and delay her dry January wellness kick off by a mere 7 days. She says we can still have fun without having a drink, overindulging in food.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Which, as I know,
Drop her like hot brick.
well, as we know, is complete bollocks. It's also very rich coming from someone who I've never seen absolutely plastered during their springtime birthday, a time of year which is full of bank holidays, nice weather, booze and food. Yeah. She has said she can't delay her dry January wellness kickoff, as she does it with the girls, and they all support and encourage her throughout. This has obviously left me feeling secondary to the girls, most of whom need a lot more than a dry January to sort their shit show lives out. He said, Rich from London, don't keep me anonymous. I hope she hears and takes a long, hard look at herself.
Oh, wow.
I think that was just a wine, really, wasn't it?
It's a bit of a, but to be honest, if you are doing something like, dry January, quitting smoking, going on a diet, starting the gym, it is good to have support from your friends. You kind of in it together.
Yeah, you do. But if that was my birthday and Chris was doing dry, he doesn't really drink anyway. But if that was you, I'd be like, you have to delay it till the 7th of Jan. Alan.
Yeah. Because I'm June 14th, you see, so I have the best birthdays because it's always sunny, it's always lovely.
Yeah,
that is good.
Yeah, we got
I'm
two
a
June
February
babies.
baby.
I'm January. We're both Jan.
Yeah.
All right.
Rubbish.
So I feel like she should delay that.
Yeah.
Her husband should come
I believe
before
so
the
as
girls.
well, yeah.
I don't
I
normally
Yeah.
say
I
things
think
like that.
I think we're siding with you.
But then I always
Rich.
think hoes before bros.
Do you?
Yeah. Especially.
Do you though, Alan?
Do you, Alan? Or are you just saying that for effect?
Do you, Alan?
Really? Always hoes before bros. Am I right or am I right?
He's right. Hi, Abbey and Pete, Alan and Amanda. Wondering if you can help me, please. I'm currently struggling in my relationship. I, a 37-year-old female, have been with my husband, 41, for 21 years. I'm married for 12. I started a new job just over a year ago and increased my hours from 30 hours a week to 35 hours a week on the agreement that he would help out more with the kids' pickups, clubs and general day-to-day run of the house. Come Christmas 22, a new video game arrived in the house for my son, which my husband seems to have become obsessed with. I can't tell you the last time we shared a bed as he plays the game and falls asleep on the sofa every night. Now it's got to the stage where I seem to be doing everything. I'm working, doing school runs, taking kids to clubs nearly every day. The Christmas has been particularly hard. I've done all the present shopping, planning, cleaning the house. I had 3 days off work with no children at home to get things done. And all he managed to do was wrap the children's presents and surface clean the kitchen. I'm struggling to fit everything in. I've mentioned several times I'm drowning, yet nothing has changed. There's obviously more to tell, but I will be here all evening writing this. Do you have any advice on how to approach this? We seem to be arguing about everything, and I feel it's easier to leave the conversation than to have it. Any help would be greatly appreciated.
Oh my gosh.
So he's more interested in video games.
Well, it's like having a fourth child. I mean, that's like having another child.
We get that a lot, you know. There's a lot of people still gaming and leaving kind of real life to the wife, isn't it?
Well, why
Yeah.
doesn't she like dress up as
Good on 'em.
Pac-Man or something? Could you dress up
Balls of
as
steel,
Pac-Man, try
them.
and like bring...
This is serious, Alan.
No, it's not nice.
I would
That's not
just,
nice.
I would just treat him like one of the children and confiscate it.
Yes.
Take it, get it out of the house, smash it up, pretend that you burgled. Just get it out of the house.
Fake a burglary to stop
Yeah.
your husband.
No,
She's tied herself up.
get it out.
The burglar came. All he took was your Atari.
What's
Is
a
it Atari?
Atari?
Exactly,
Is it
I
a
don't know.
Atari?
We look like the grandparents.
I
on this
don't
podcast.
game. What is it?
Do
Is
you
it
mean
like
PlayStation?
Is it that it? Yeah, Commodore 64.
It's for like Fortnite. But maybe she should
Fortnite.
say you can play Fortnite every 2 weeks. That's it.
Yeah.
Is Atari?
Yeah, or you do your chores before you play the game.
You do your chores.
Yeah, because he's acting like a kid.
The thing is, I think women in particular in the house feel underappreciated because the jobs women do or the jobs I do don't get recognised.
No.
Like this morning, for example, I emptied the whole airing cupboard out. I bought all new baskets for all the...
Why would you do that though? That's so boring.
Because I like that kind of
Because
thing.
she wants to
You
do
made
it.
that feel like you were.
I
like,
love things like that.
Go in an airing cupboard.
I
Big
sorted
deal.
all my towels out.
There's nothing... There's nothing...
What do you want, a Pride of Britain award?
Yes. There's not a more satisfying than a fucking...
An airing. Oh, I got baskets for it. It's hardly. We've knocked down walls.
Yeah,
We've
but
painted.
That's just one job.
Abby, I get it, but no one will
I can't
appreciate
believe-
that.
Yeah, but she likes to do it, Amanda. She
I
likes
am
to go in
shocked
there.
at you.
She
I'm
enjoys
shocked
it.
at that reaction.
Why?
Because I thought you would.
He's had a drink,
that.
Abby. He's had a
No,
drink.
no,
Don't go
no,
there.
I'm not a complete stereotype. My life is busy. I ain't got time to fucking new baskets for an airing cupboard. I just stick everything in the airing cupboard, close the door, and
about
hope it
that,
don't
'cause I
fall
can't
out.
So
find-
that's what you feel about me then, as
What?
well.
What?
The same way as him.
What? Do you want me to, like, if you clean the airing cupboard or didn't clean it, I'd still open the airing cupboard and think the same thing. I'd have no, it would have
Okay,
no
but
bearing on my
fucking
life.
airing cupboard was a bad idea. A bad example. Okay.
I know what
Buying
you're saying.
all the food and you've got
I
food
do
in, dinner
everything.
on the table. Then, for example, dinner on the table, and you just expect men particularly just expect. Oh yeah, there's a dinner.
Do you know what's interesting about this? Is
What
that
are you gonna
I
say?
do
You
that.
don't make the dinner.
I will
No.
cook
I
a
made you a
dinner.
fucking shepherd's pie last night.
Did, and it
Oh,
was the first meal
language,
in 3
please.
weeks.
Fucking shepherd's pie. You didn't serve it up like that, did you? Here's your fucking shepherd's pie.
Naked, she was.
Naked. Amanda would do it naked
I
or in a
would
bikini. You need to learn from her.
I will. Instead of me being
It
tied
is
up
true.
to the neck with a
It
fleece
is
dress.
weird how you do, like, there are so many brilliant, like, things in life now where there's all these improvements and role reversals and everything else, and it's always brilliant. But there is those roles that we are still like, if I'm working...
I feel attacked on this couch.
You're the one who brought it up. I didn't say one word.
If
Alan
I'm
came in.
working,
Alan.
I will sort out, like someone to look after the children, someone
okay.
to do this, the meal planning, the thingy thing. When Chris goes off, if
He
he's
just
working,
walk out
he
the
just
door.
goes, "Oh, darling, sorry, I forgot to tell you, I've got to go to Berlin next weekend." And I'm like, right. So, and that's it. He just goes. He doesn't think, who needs picking up from where? What's the food shop?
I feel like I'm
And
listening
that's
to
when
myself.
I go,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
true.
so odd. Why shouldn't you think about things like that? Why don't they think like, oh,
I live alone.
it's weird.
I live
know.
alone.
You've got no one to think about.
I've
I
got
know.
no. I mean, if I don't do food shopping, I starve to death. And I know you're looking at me thinking, Alan, maybe you should not do some
Alan
food
would
shopping.
be the first person we'd eat in a plain death.
I know.
wouldn't he?
Thanks, babes.
No, but I mean, what? So back to my point.
The nicest thing you've ever said.
It's just weird how they don't think the same.
I've forgotten my point.
Yeah.
I'm
I
going to
don't
pass
think you
this
really
over
had
to
one.
someone. I did have a point. What I was going to say is, you know,
But I just think, and you've got better things to do with your life than putting baskets in an airing cupboard. It's boring.
No, it's tidy.
it's like porn to me. That
Yeah. You know, Anthea
But that's
Turner
what I'm
does
saying,
stuff like that.
if she
What?
enjoys
I
doing
get turned on doing it,
Queen
then
of
do it.
baskets.
is she?
She is the queen of baskets.
Oh, well, that puts me off.
No, she loves
Taking
putting
a
things in
turn.
baskets.
Women.
Taking a
This
turn.
is
Google
women.
Anthea
This is women
Turner
for you.
baskets
I know
on
it is.
YouTube.
Honestly.
But I'm telling you now.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. That
'cause
was
we haven't
incredibly
answered it.
boring. I don't care. She needs to grow up and let him
quite
play his game.
Yeah, let the man play the game. Where's the bloody
It has
dinner?
brought the
Put it on the
mood down.
table.
I
It's
know.
your fucking chef.
That's a proper serious question.
No,
I
I
think
think he's
she's-
behaving badly, isn't he? And
Yeah. He needs to come
He needs
on.
to grow up.
Hey Pete, Abby, Alan and Amanda. I really love the podcast, love you guys, but my usual Tuesday morning listening to the show has been absolutely ruined recently. I need some advice. I live in a very quiet street. I've been here almost 6 years now. Neighbours on both sides are lovely, polite, quiet widowed ladies in their 80s. Last year, one of the ladies got herself a boyfriend.
What?
An 80-year-old widow got a fella.
Yeah,
Go get her.
Nice.
a widow man from down the road.
A widow man.
That sounds
Is
like
it
a
widower?
rapper.
It's a widower.
He sounds like a rapper, a widow man.
Unless he's
you gonna
just got a
call
lisp, but
widow
he's like a
man?
really widow man.
I feel like
A widow man.
I know where this is going to go.
Well, anyway, she's down the road. It must be a widower. He's wrote widow man, but he looks to be around the same age. At first, I thought it was cute seeing these two loved up, holding hands on walks. How lovely for them to find love again.
Nice.
Yeah.
I work from home and my office is upstairs. I don't know where this is going. Well, I do know.
I know.
On the side of my house, next to my loved up neighbour. Almost every day, honestly, around 8:30 a.m. it starts.
A.M.
Moaning,
God, that
groaning, and the
Wow.
headboard banging.
They're listening to Heart. They're moaning. They're moaning and groaning. They're listening to Amanda's.
Hot breakfast. Maybe they're just trying to get out of bed.
Wow,
That's
maybe.
it.
That's how I sound on a Sunday.
Sorry,
Maybe in a walk-in bath. The door's slammed behind them.
Yeah.
It's so clear through the wall of my office. It feels like they're in the same room. It's so loud. I worry when taking work calls that people might think I'm watching porn or something. If they hear the racket in the background, it goes on for about an hour.
An hour,
Jesus.
come off it.
Let's give them a round of applause. Abby.
Every morning.
What a guy.
Wow.
Wait, there's more. It's shocking and turning my stomach a bit, to be honest.
Oh,
And it's
be an
getting
ageist.
it's getting increasingly hard to look at this cute little loved up couple now. What should I do? I'm honestly tempted to knock or bang on the wall just to let them know I can hear it. Hopefully that would prompt them to move to another room for a marathon morning sex session. I would appreciate any advice.
He's probably fell out the bed. She's dropped a walking stick. He's picking him up.
Yeah.
It's probably that.
It's just trying to get up.
Don't you
Maybe.
think?
I think.
Trying to get it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that all that kind of thing stopped from that certain age.
But I think I think old people, they do have an active sex life.
Do your mum and dad still
I
make
don't.
love, Alan?
Don't.
When my mum's had a drink, she always tries to talk to me about this. I'm like, la, la, la. I don't want to know. She's got your number, Alan, as well.
My dad said, like, my dad's not that old, but he's like 66, something like that. But he says you still feel 18.
Yeah.
My mum said that.
I'm
My
like,
mum
I
said
don't
you
fucking
still
feel 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel 900.
I mean, listen, you know, the trouble is we're talking about stereotypes here, and just because they're old, you know, they shouldn't just be like getting baskets for airing cupboards. They should be having sex.
Do you know what? I think it's good.
There should be double dressing gown it, should there?
What's this man's name? What's his name? I think it's good.
It's anonymous.
Right, I think it's good for business. I think he should join. I think, like, if he's on a call, he should go, listen to this. Terry. And then go, can you believe that's my 2 80-year-old neighbours having sex?
Make a joke of it.
And then make a joke of it, bring it into the break. It's an icebreaker.
Or
It's
why
a
don't
hip
you...
breaker.
Sex sells.
It's a pelvis crusher. It's an...
Yeah, is it safe?
Yes.
All that
Or
arthritis
why,
is
if
not
you
gonna
can't beat them, join them. Get involved. Have a threesome. Have a threesome. Get involved. You be the meat in a geriatric
why
sandwich.
don't you offer just to film it or record it
He
for
could
them?
film it.
As a
Film
happy
it.
memory.
Do OnlyFans. OnlyGrans.
Oh, my God. Alan, you need to patent that.
OnlyGrans.
That is actually genius.
Wow.
Write it down.
Quick.
You heard it here first. He's writing it down and he's sending it to himself
We've got a
in
new
an envelope.
documentary. Netflix.
On Netflix.
Send it to yourself,
Apple
Alan.
TV.
I'd watch.
OnlyGrans.
No, I
You know
wouldn't.
what? That's actually a really good documentary.
Such a good idea.
Go
Back
around-
off. I said it.
Yeah.
You all heard that here.
I'm buying
Alan
his house
Carr,
and I'm doing his
OnlyGrans.
documentary.
OnlyGrans.
Listen, Amanda Allen, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank
been
you for
such a
coming on.
pleasure.
Oh, sorry,
Good-
that is your one.
Good luck with the edit.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, it really has been a pleasure.
Sorry. It's very windy. Thanks.
Guys, what a laugh. Thank
Love
you
you.
so much.
We'll see you for lunch in
Had the
2
best
weeks.
time.
See you there. See you in my airing cupboard.